Today's Motivation Monday is inspired by a Snapchat I got earlier today by an entrepreneur who started a business apparently 9 months ago. And he sends me a message. He says, Pat, you have no idea how hard things are right now. My wife and I are arguing. I'm barely making the rent. I'm barely able to pay the car payment. I barely have any money in the bank account. I need you to bail me out because you understand what business is all about. Can you lend me $20,000? And I said, $20,000? I responded back with a video and I said, listen, what did you expect it was going to be? Like, I'm honestly, I'm really curious. Like, did you expect things were going to be easy? Did you expect you're going to go into business and all of a sudden you're a millionaire overnight, living in a $5.5 million house like this one behind me? Did you think all of a sudden everybody on the internet was going to follow you and you're a celebrity, this expert, Fox News, CNN, everybody's going to call you and say, oh my gosh, what can you tell us are the keys to success? So many people want to say, I'm going to be a millionaire after they read Think and Grow Rich one time. They read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and a couple of these other books. I'm going to be a millionaire. It doesn't work that way. All of us have to go through the 2-5-10 rule. It applies to everybody. And let me tell you what it is. The first 2 years of being a business owner sucks. Not everything's going to go your way. Family's not going to understand you. Your friends are not going to understand you. Hell, the customers are not going to believe that you know what you're doing. All that stuff you're going to go through. By the 5th year, you will learn what you're doing with business. You'll have some results. You're probably making some decent money. And by the 10th year, people will call you an expert. Now, here's the unfortunate story. 90% of people don't make it past the 2-year mark. They just don't. Because the moment bad things starts happening to them, they think it's only them. They think nobody else is expert. It's just me. That's why business was hard for me. You don't understand. I went through such and such. Everybody who makes it big goes through all those things, but they overcame it. And if you want to make it, you also got to overcome it. It's that simple. Now, here's the other side of the story as well. If you are truly willing to be a pro, if you're not afraid of hard work, if you're not afraid of constantly working on yourself, if you're not afraid of constantly figuring out a way to develop yourself, if you don't screw off when momentum comes your way and all of a sudden business is growing, you start thinking you're bigger than momentum, if you don't do those things, you will actually have a shot at building a significant business where one day the world is going to call you an expert. One day. But you got to go through the 2-5-10 rule in order for you to be experiencing what I'm telling you about. So my challenge to you today is this. Are you really, I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to you. You're really willing to go through this 2-5-10 part. You're really willing to do this. Because if you do, you got some good stuff waiting for you 2-5-10 years from now.